For the latest in strategic affairs, subscribe to our YouTube channel. Click the bell icon for updates.
Hello and welcome to the Gist on Strat News Global. Good evening, I'm Surya Gangadharan, and this evening we're taking a look at Taiwan. As you're aware, China has completed a round of naval and air drills around the island. It was time to coincide with the Taiwanese president's visit to the US, where she got a good warm welcome from President Biden. So some of the questions we're going to ask our guest here, Dr. Shen Ming-Shih, is what are China's intentions? Does it have the capability to invade? What are we looking at here? So my first question, Dr. Shen, what is your assessment of China's military drills around Taiwan? Does it have the capability to invade the island?
Okay, overall speaking, we can compare the drill or exercise with last year, August. We can see that the scale and intensity in this year are much smaller. Because that China drill, because of our President Tsai transit trip to the United States. But we can see that President Tsai used the transit trip to meet Speaker of the United States House of Representatives, not McCarthy visit Taiwan. So a little bit different from last year, August, Pelosi visit Taiwan. So it's a scale is smaller than last year, and last year was just before the because the timing is just before the 20-party Congress of China, so it's sensitive. So the key, because the 20-party Congress is the key to continuation of the Xi Jinping's power. In addition, from this year, we can see that China has adopted a moderate, soft foreign policy. Want to win many countries closer to China in order to maintain China's open image and try to attract foreign investment. Moreover, excessively tough escalating exercise might affect Taiwan domestic political situation, like because we in next year in Taiwan, we had a presidential election, and our former president Ma Ying-jeou just visited China. If China raids or organize a big scale military drill, will affect that very good feeling or very good atmosphere after the former president Ma Ying-jeou visit China. And therefore, you can see that this year exercise did not carry out a tactical missile attack. It might practice about the naval and air blockade of Taiwan, and also you can see the aircraft enter the middle line of the Taiwan Strait, and the air defense ADIZ and Shandong, the aircraft carrier, and went to the southwest water of Taiwan and training that J-15 take off and down. So you can see that because PLA has not yet complete its preparation, it looked like a temporary drill, a temporary organization exercise, and is not sure that it will end the war in the short time in the future. If the war is prolonged to Taiwan war and expand, it's not sure that China can win against the United States. Of course, given China's current, we can assess that China's current military capability is absolutely capable of invading Taiwan. Right now, China has a capability to invade Taiwan. It's no problem. But if all the people of Taiwan resolutely resist with assistance from the Indo-Pacific country like United States, Japan, Australia, I think China might not be able to win the victory of the war. And China currently surpassed the United States in the development of medium-range missile like DF-21 or DF-17 or even the hypersonic missile, but it's left behind the United States in the development of, for example, the aircraft carrier. United States right now is a fourth class, but China still is like Liaoning, Shandong. The model is last century, 80 years.
Dr. Shen, let me interrupt you here. You're saying that you're comparing Chinese and US military capabilities. Do you think, doesn't this kind of presuppose that the US will intervene in the event of a Chinese invasion? Is that really the Taiwanese assessment or the assurances you have got from the US that they will intervene to help you in the event of a Chinese invasion?
Yes, for Taiwan people, because we know that we don't have formal relation with the United States. We even don't have any defense cooperated agreement with the United States. We just only depend on the Taiwan Relation Act. But Taiwan Relation Act not mention that the United States will make sure to help Taiwan during the wartime. But you can see that in the recent year, Joe Biden made 4-time commitment to Taiwan that will help Taiwan. And
yes, but Dr. Shen, the White House on each occasion rebutted what President Biden had said. On 4 occasions, the White House said no, that's not the official.
Yes, I know, but Biden's meaning is also in the meaning of the Taiwan Relation Act, because Biden not said the commitment, what kind of method, what kind of way to help Taiwan. So right now, many experts say, Biden's strategic ambiguity is moved to strategic clarity. But what kind of clarity? Because right now, even United States not commit or agree to send troops, military to Taiwan to help Taiwan fighting. But you can see right now, the United States already sent more than 200 military personnel to help Taiwan training. You can see this information from our media. United States National Guard, their officer right now is help Taiwan training our mobile force. It is open resource. In open source, you can find that information. Of course, because we buy some weapon system from United States, so they also send some technical people to help Taiwan in our training and to help to resolve some technical problem. You can see that, but we are not naive to think that, okay, if China invade, United States will help 100%.
Okay.
No, we don't think that. We need to fight by ourselves, but if neighboring country will help us, we're glad, we accept, but we need to fight by ourselves.
Okay, great. Now I come to my next question. What is your assessment of the PLA leadership? You think they have it in them to plan and execute an invasion of Taiwan?
Yes, you can see after the 20-party Congress, the member of CMC, Central Military Commission of the CCP, were not formally appointed until after the 2 sections in March, the so-called Liang Hui. Whether it's vice chairman of the CMC, you can see his background is come from Eastern Sea Command, and last year the drill military exercise is organized by He Weidong. You can see maybe he is familiar about the Big Sea Command joint operation, but you can see the Joint Chief of Staff Liu Zhenli. He don't have any experience of a joint operation, but I don't think he's very familiar about the cross-sea joint operation, because if China invade Taiwan, not only the responsibility of the Eastern Sea Command, China also need to organize the group army from another sea command, for example, the South Sea Command or North Sea Command or maybe Central Sea Command, and how to command and control this group army. I think because we know that China's joint operation thinking is come from Soviet Union or come from Russia,
Yeah.
and Russia joint operation is proof in Ukraine is poor, bad than United States. But how China learn from United States style joint operation, because the weapon system is different. So I
Yeah.
don't think that the China joint operation will upgrade depend on the Russia weapon system or Russia's joint operation thinking, but it need to learn from United States. But because right now United States and China relation is bad, I don't think that China can get more idea or thinking, or they have enough capability to copy or learn the joint operation thinking from the United States. But you can see that Taiwan, because Taiwan, we buy our weapon system from United States, and we already send our officer to the United States War College, Command STEM College, and then maybe some infantry school, artillery school, tank school, to learn United States strategic operation strategic or tactical education. So maybe
Yeah.
Taiwan's joint operation is better than China. Because
Okay.
if China invade Taiwan, it's not in the land warfare, it's in air, it's naval operation. How to combine the naval and air operation is very important in joint operation. I don't think right now China have enough capability in the joint operation.
Okay, next question. There is a perception that nationalism in China will not allow the CCP leadership to indefinitely put off unifying Taiwan with the mainland. Do you agree with this?
Actually, in China, anti-secession law, Article 8, clearly mentioned about that if the possibility of a peaceful reunification disappear, and China can use force against Taiwan or invade Taiwan. So you can see the relationship between the Chinese nationalism and the CCP leader is a little bit difficult to distinguish between the active, who is passive. As far as China is concerned, it's mainly because the leader, you can see Xi Jinping, he used nationalism to shape their role as a great man, or maybe just like Xi Jinping raised the logo, 中华民族伟大复兴, the rejuvenation of the Chinese people.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, because of interference from external force. So they must defend territory water and use nationalism to against the so-called external force or external threat. And Xi Jinping used nationalism to establish the justice and the legitimacy of his continuation of power, because only Xi Jinping can protect China, can lead China to against external threat. And rather than a moderate leader who must stand the troop abroad under the pressure from the domestic hardliner. But however, because we can see that the example maybe last 2 or 3 years, because of an internal power struggle in China, there are some different factions will use nationalism to push, to force Xi Jinping to adopt the top policy, and resulting in China international isolation or detonating conflict and losing the war, and then this different faction can use the nationalism to ask Xi Jinping to stepping down. This is the main reason why it's difficult to distinguish the left faction or right faction in China.
I see.
But in Xi Jinping's three-step strategy or Chinese dream, the unification of Taiwan is very important achievement or milestone in his China dream. If possible, I think Xi Jinping want to unify Taiwan right now. But however, due to the factor of the United States and China's military power has not yet complete preparation, and it can only to take the method of peaceful unification right now. But the ultimate goal is to reunify Taiwan. The same is true for the Sino-Indian border issue.
True.
Dr. Shen.
Taiwan issue, I think after the solving Taiwan issue, Xi Jinping will be encouraged to further resolve the China-Indian border issue with a two-hand strategy.
Good point. Dr. Shen, do you believe that President Tsai, during her visit to the US, got some solid assurances of security from the US?
Yes, from the affirmation and welcome received by the President Tsai when she visit or transits in the United States, you can see that the United States maybe provide or maybe give more commitment about the great importance of the security of the Taiwan Strait. In particular, the United States Congress believe that the security of the Taiwan Strait is not only related to the Indo-Pacific region, but the entire global world or global security will be affected if Taiwan invaded by China. The United States Congress has successfully passed some bill in last 2 or 3 years to support Taiwan and hoping to enhance Taiwan defense and combat capability. On the way back to the Los Angeles, United States Congress attached a great importance to this. And you can see that 18 congressmen and McCarthy meet President Tsai at the Ronald Reagan Library. This created a record for a Taiwanese president to meet with the Speaker of the House in the United States. Although China warned members of Congress not to participate this section, it obviously had no effect and have a negative effect. McCarthy said that a visit to Taiwan has not been ruled out. It means that maybe it still have some possibility that the McCarthy will visit Taiwan just like Pelosi.
Okay, good point. Dr. Shen, my last question. You mentioned the Taiwan Straits, I accept that. Do you think Taiwan's strategic value to the US in terms of its semiconductor technology, that is no longer relevant because the US has set up its own semiconductor facilities on the US mainland?
Yes, this information I never heard in Taiwan, but let's first check the three main interests of the United States in Taiwan. The first one is geostrategic interest. The impact of Taiwan position at the center of the first island chain. This is very important to Taiwan, to Japan, to Philippines, to Guam, or even the homeland of the United States. If the West Pacific loses Taiwan, PLA can move forward to the back of the Japan and surpass the Philippines and to the homeland of the United States. The second is the second interest is Taiwan is the model of the democratic development. If it tend to if occupied by China and transferred to the authoritative country, it might lead to more conflict in the world and making the democratic politics fair. The third interest is Taiwan still play a role and important contribution in the global supply chain. And Taiwan still develop chip and semiconductor technology, high technology. United States right now has not achieved the highest technology. And TSMC, Taiwan's company, still have the key technological capability, just as Morris Chang, the former chairman of TSMC, say the United States will not be able to acquire the technology capability of a semiconductor in the short term because of the quality of the manpower and the work culture. It's still impossible to surpass or beyond Taiwan in a short time. So because of China is sanctioned by the world, so it is more difficult to surpass to beyond Taiwan in the semiconductor technology. But it does not rule out that China want to get Taiwan technology by force or by military. If China destroy or attack the Taiwan semiconductor technology, it will cause the global destruction. And therefore, the global should unite together to protect Taiwan's technology from the benefit of the world and the mankind. And Taiwan's security can only be ensured if the advantage of semiconductor technology can be ensured. I think the global and the world will know that. And Taiwan right now take the high-tech capability will lead at least 5 to 6 years, and then this so-called the Silicon Shield for Taiwan.
Dr. Shen, thank you. Great perspective. Let's hope the US stays committed to Taiwan and China stays clear. Thank you very much for your time, sir.
Thank you. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Thank you. And for those of you who tuned into this conversation, do subscribe to our YouTube channel. Follow us on social media, Twitter and Instagram. Thank you very much and good night.